In the featherweight division at UFC 315, you got Daniel Santos taking on JeongYeong Lee. Okay. Been hearing more and more about this guy. He's had a couple opportunities so far. Now Santos 12-2, Lee 11-2. Santos from Brazil, Lee from Korea. Lee 3 inches taller at 5'10. He's 29. Santos 30. Very close in age, both in the prime. Lee 5 inch reach advantage. Actually 7 inches. Excuse me. Both guys stand right-handed. Santos 4.3 significant strikes per minute, so a little more active than Lee, who lands 2.8 per minute. Also Santos, 2 takedowns in the average 3 rounds, right? So 2 takedowns every 3 rounds. Lee 1 takedown every 3 rounds. So right now the numbers are not looking good for Lee. Now he lost his first UFC fight to Julio Arce, but then he came back and beat John Castaneda by KO and Johnny Munoz by decision. He had 5 takedowns in those 2 fights, but he gave up 4. Now Lee, 76% takedown defense, so that's helpful. Lost to Hyder Emil by KO, not helpful. Beat Blake Builder by decision. Yiza by split decision, right? I believe that was a road. Yeah, that should have been a road to UFC final because we see the belt there. So he went on to win his division and beating a couple other fighters on the way up by submission and KO. So I don't sleep on these guys, and I was wrong last week in a similar situation. So I'm starting to recognize that these guys coming in through road to UFC are pretty darn good. And this is why I look at the odds and it's even basically, and I'm like, whoa, okay. So we can't sleep on Lee, but I just cannot go against a Brazilian, right? Maybe I fall into a trap here, but I just cannot go against a Brazilian with better numbers. Um, you know, but again, Lee does what he has to do to win. He's still 11-2, but I still just like Santos. I mean, more significant strikes per minute, shorter reach though. That could be a problem if Lee, utilizes that distance pretty well. That could pay. That might be the angle for Lee to win is by keeping the distance because if Santos has a shorter reach and it's harder for him to get into the takedowns and he can't land strikes, he could be in trouble. But listen, the Brazilian will figure it out. In my opinion, he wins to the 13-2 featherweight division, UFC 315.